What does it feel like to pay off your student loans? Pretty surreal, really. I remember I started out paying off my debt. I dove in. I was like, we're gonna get this done as fast as possible. But you're so deep down into it that literally every bit of extra money you get is like, well, goes the loan, goes the loan. And you're like, this sucks. Life sucks. And then you get to a point where you finally reach the end, right? That for years you've been paying off your student loans without so much as looking up to see if the sun's shining, if the roses have bloomed, if the roses smell. Like it, you're so much on autopilot. It feels like to just get it done, right? You've found a groove, right? You're just get rid of the debt, get rid of the debt. At least that's how I was, and I got to a point like I'd reached the end, and I was I was so anxious. I was like, "Is this really true?" And a part of me wanted like fireworks and different things to go off, or some like confetti to fall down on the screen, like in Apple's text messages, how you can do that, right? Um, I was hoping for something like that, right? This is a huge accomplishment, but no, no. I made that final payment, and all that I saw was balance zero. It's like, okay, I see what it's saying, but is that what it's saying? Like, is it true? Zero. I owe nothing, right? We're done. Like I was so anxious for some type of confirmation, right? Is this? Are we done? Is this for real? Like your math isn't wrong or anything. You're not gonna bounce my payment. Like you're sure? Okay, that's how I was feeling, right? No real confirmation. So rather than wait for much of anything, right? I called the bank. I was like, yes, I would just like to confirm that you received my last payment, right? Help me, give me some verbal confirmation here. Anything would be great than what I've seen so far. And so talking to a real human, it's like, yes, sir, your payment has cleared. Your account is closed. Huh, hallelujah. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted confetti to say as it came down on the screen. Account's been paid in full. It is now closed. Congratulations. That's all I wanted to hear, right? And once I heard that, I remember I got off the phone with the bank and I was like, yeah, I did it. I did it. Wow. I did it. And it starts to wash over you. It starts to sink in just a little bit, but it's surreal, right? Because you still just paid a ton of money towards your loans. And you're like, well, I still don't have money, right? But I don't have debt either. So it's just such an odd conundrum, paradox to be there, right? I don't have any money, but I don't have any debt. Okay, so it starts to wash over you, like things are starting to compute and make sense. Yes, I paid off my debt. The guy at the bank said I did. Yes, right? Then you start to call your family and friends that you trust, those who have kind of kept up with your progress. And you share that with them, and they start to cheer, and you're all excited, right? For me, this was great. It was so much fun to kind of relive some moments of pain, of learning, of triumph, right? It's fun to relive some of those moments in celebration of all that's been learned. But it wasn't quite until the next month came around that all my extra money didn't have to go anywhere. Right? That's the moment we've been working so hard towards, is the month that we don't have to pay our debt because it's gone. It was then that month when I started to get really excited. That's when it like really sunk in for me and became very real that I was debt free. Because from that point on, from that month, the month after I paid off my loans, is when I could start thinking start breathing again, that I could save for whatever I wanted. I could start to invest in things that I should be investing in, such as Roth IRAs for retirement, stock accounts, like things to help my money grow, right? Rather than things that take my money, like debt. So that's what it felt like. It was surreal in the beginning, but it truly sunk in the month after, right? When I could decide what to do with my money. I could decide what the next big goal was going to be and start working towards that. That's what it felt like. I felt so accomplished. And the more that I thought about it, the more humbled I became. Humbled to a point where you just felt like you wanted to cry because you'd worked so hard. You've worked so hard for this. You sacrificed so much. You said no to a lot of things so that you could just pay off your debt and get rid of it, right? And when you start to think about all that you went through, all that you learned, all that you paid, it almost brings you to tears because you did it. So if you're still working to pay off your debt, keep going. Because when you get to the end, every bit that you're going to feel will make it feel that it was worth it.